Welcome back to Sideline Shenanigans. We are back after a little hiatus. How you doing, Cole?
Little summer vacay, doing great. Feeling
I know.
good.
We
Missing ball though,
Missing ball.
The worst part of summer.
We were gonna take a little longer break, but we just were both itching to talk football.
Sometimes I was listening to PFT with Mike Florio, and he was like, sometimes the off season feels busier than regular season. Like, it is true. This is when the news stories drop.
I was gonna say we've got a lot of drama, busyness in here.
Oh, yeah.
This is like Real Housewives of the NFL. It feels like.
Literally.
But yeah. I have to say though, before we start, as you came on, we took a break. We went on my bachelorette trip as probably one of 3 straight males in America who can say they've been on a bachelorette trip. What are your thoughts?
A fantastic time. We balled out there a little bit.
You woke up and breakfast was ready?
Yeah, I hope. My one wish is that I go on another one day. It's not easy to get the bachelorette invite. I'll say that.
You laid the groundwork, though. Maybe you'll get another one.
Exactly.
And I've been my sports update because I've been playing in a softball league. We're 1-1. We got destroyed last night.
A little Cy Young over here.
Yeah, we got destroyed last night.
Okay. Were you pitching?
I was pitching.
Uh-oh.
I was not the reason though. This team, Cole, they clearly assembled themselves. If I started chirping at the ref because I threw a perfect strike and he called a ball, and I literally walked up to him after and I was like, "That hit the plate," which is the strike zone in adult softball.
What did he say?
He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "Yeah, I heard it hit the plate." Chirping at him. Anyway, I don't have a warm-up game for you today because we're going to have a cool-down game. A little surprise.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Instead, let's just get into everybody breaking the law. We'll start with the story that just won't seem to die, which is Brendan Sorsby. What I've got here is he's placed roughly $90,000 in mobile bets, including 40 wagers on Indiana when he was on the roster. NCAA actually found this out from a tip from the sports book. Basically, everything that's happened is he booked himself into an inpatient, then Texas Tech said he was ineligible, then the NCAA said he was ineligible, then he tried to beat that in court, he lost, then he tried to do the NFL supplemental draft, the NFL said, we're not holding a supplemental draft, and then just last week, the CFL, the Canadian Football League, said that he is not allowed to play, and I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Here's what I was thinking about this story. My first thought was I think it was last year, maybe almost 2 years ago now, in the NBA, the Terry Rozier fiasco, and isn't he in jail? I'm just confused why this is only there's still a chance he could play. 90,000? Some games he was playing in?
Well, my take is...
Should he ever play again? I don't know.
The only thing I have trouble with is the fact that he bet on his own team. I think when the NFL and NCAA get into bed with these betting companies and you've got 18, 20-year-old dudes on your roster with phones, who don't have the best decision-making, of course they're betting, but I think the cardinal sin of sports is betting on your own team.
Yes. Also, this idea that, a team is gonna really want him, use their first or second
that was crazy.
pick on him. I'm think about not that long ago the Shador dropping. It's this guy's not gonna even drop to the 5th round?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if a team would draft them and be it's given Deshaun Watson kind of obviously extremely different situations, but
I don't
that
think
scale where it's
I don't think he's gonna play in the league. I think this saying no to the supplemental draft.
Well, now they're saying it's just 2027 draft. You just gotta wait. Then he's eligible.
But I don't think
people need quarterbacks.
I don't think people will touch him. I really don't.
I hope you're right. That was my thinking. I was I don't think it matters if they do the supplemental draft. No one wants you, bro. It's
I did feel like the Canadian Football League, I was okay, settle down.
You could use him.
You could let him play. Yeah. You took Johnny Manziel after he did drugs the night before an NFL game. You could take this guy.
Literally.
So I felt like the Canadian Football League coming out, they kind of just wanted to be involved. They're oh, we're banning him too. Us too.
It's smart by him and his agent. It makes sense to... It's tough to draft a guy, especially in the first round, if you didn't see him play the entire last year. Is he just going to sit and watch now? Which I think he should. It's at least, maybe it is he would, like, I mean, the world is fucked up. But the amount of commercials for sports gambling, like, he is the target. He's getting, like, they had made him addicted and, like...
Yeah, I think he has an addiction.
Yeah, so, like, maybe he does go to rehab, get it figured out, and, like, can have a successful career in the NFL, but it just feels, like, borderline illegal. Like, I don't understand how a team could just, like, accept him as their franchise quarterback and everyone be okay with it.
I think if it was a wide receiver, people would have drafted him. I think the fact that he's a quarterback, you just don't want that out of a quarterback, out of the leader of your franchise.
Face of your,
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel bad for him mostly because of the CFL. I just felt like it went a little far. But I also...
Well, they said that, I'm sure, because they asked. His camp was like, hey, he's going to come be the best quarterback in the league. And
which is probably true.
Yeah, literally.
No, I mean, he deserves to not be able to enter the draft. You bet on your own team. That's just disgusting to me. But
if he is actually that good, though, man.
I don't
2027 drafts... First round's going to be loaded.
Texas Tech paid a lot to get him. He showed a lot of potential at Cincinnati, but there's a lot of guys on that Cincinnati team that ended up getting drafted. So, you don't even...
Yeah, maybe it was just getting carried.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's good pieces around him. It's not... Cincinnati has some NIL money, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think we kind of both stand on this. Shouldn't bet on your own team.
No.
I do think... I mean, this is sort of what people were saying, why the NFL shouldn't get involved with sports betting companies. But then there's a difference between being a fan and being a player. And we're going to talk about this a lot today, but being a player, there's certain responsibilities that you have when you're a public figure, when you're making a lot of money. That clearly has been thrown out the window recently.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's like, man, he was probably going to make millions of dollars and play college football, but like...
Yeah, he lost all that NIL money.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you fuck up, but you deserve.
There's no need to.
You deserve everything you lost. Like you were given every opportunity, but that's not to say that I acknowledge it's probably an addiction. So hope he gets better.
Yeah, and I mean the leagues, I get it too. You can't just be like, oh, he was addicted. I'm sorry. Sure, let him play, because then it sets this precedent where like a guy could gamble $90,000
on his own team,
not get suspended. Like
yeah. On to some more serious allegations.
Yeah.
Within the last month, we've had 3 NFL players charged and thrown in jail. They're obviously all out of jail now, but they were held in jail for domestic violence. I was just editing the clip today of you talking about how the NFL needs to be stricter about speeding and all the street racing these guys do. And I feel that, but to this, I feel like it's a whole nother level. I mean, Josh Jacobs was back at OTAs 2 days later. So you got Alaric Jackson, Rams left tackle, Jonathan Cooper, Broncos linebacker, and Josh Jacobs, Packers running back. Something all these guys have in common, they are all starters.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always a little silly because the way we're thinking about it is for, like, our little fantasy game, and then it's actually these, like, really bad crimes, but... It is. It's like you see him back at training camp. You're like, "What do I do in fantasy football? Is Josh Jacobs?"
I'm not touching.
Yeah,
Josh
exactly.
Jacobs.
Like that's our first thought. It's so fucked up.
But like, I also think that there should be a standard that if you are hitting a woman that you're with, or anyone, if you're charged with a violent crime, like the league should have a zero tolerance policy for violent crimes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. For them, like this isn't anything new. That's the thing. Like
it just was a lot all at once.
Yeah, but you've seen it for so long. I agree. I think that you have to, and then it's silly from their perspective because it's like, what is? How do you even like? It is. It's kind of like you're saying. It's either like you're out of the league, you don't play anymore, or you get a little 2-game suspension. Yeah. It's like, is another game suspension really going to do anything? Like that's what they would do if they do anything. But
I mean, so. Josh Jacobs, the charges are pretty disgusting, including things like choking.
Wasn't it so much?
Yeah, it was a lot of charges, a lot of different descriptors.
You read the news article and you're like, no way this guy ever plays again. And then he's at practice.
Like 2 days later. Yeah, and Rashee Rice had a 6-game suspension for reckless driving and in that wreck. Nobody died, but people were injured. What should a suspension for like a Josh Jacobs be?
Yeah, a season at least, or just like ineligibility. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess that's the thing. He's allowed to play until it gets like proven in court, basically, right? So, like, I do think if he gets convicted or whatever...
It's probably going to be like Rasheed
you gotta
Rice.
Be out of the league, yeah.
Like Rasheed Rice's, it took like a year. Like maybe next summer we're talking about, Josh Jacobs isn't playing this season.
Yeah.
But we'll get to this with our next topic too. I'm starting to think the NFC North is going to be more like, it's going to be not as competitive as people think. I feel like the Packers got some bad vibes going into the year. Micah's playing date keeps inching further back. Sure, yeah. You got Josh Jacobs. Who knows? That can be a distraction. Tucker Kraft, no clear timeline. I don't think Jordan Love is good enough without Tucker Kraft. I think that's his safety blanket. I think the Packers could be a sneaky regression team.
Sure.
I might be picking them to miss the playoffs.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. I just think maybe it's for the best. Micah comes back week 6, plays half a season.
It's not week 6. It's looking to be like November, December now. He originally said October. Now it's creeping up to November, December.
So what's that, like week 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if that happens, yeah, they're not going to win a lot of games without Micah, I don't think. They're too, like, thin. I mean, they do have so many receivers, but I guess they got rid of Dobbs and...
They got rid of Dobbs and they got rid of the guy who the Eagles signed with.
Dontavian Wicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're expecting a lot out of Christian Watson and Matthew Golden.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't.
And Tucker Kraft's hurt.
I mean, talking me into it. Yeah.
If you list the teams that are in the NFC that you expect to make the playoffs, the list is like 10 teams deep.
Yeah, so, I guess that's true. NFC, are they catching the AFC now? Is that what we're thinking?
I mean, I think the
AFC used to be the powerhouse.
I think the AFC will be very good this year, but I think the AFC has the best quarterbacks, and maybe at the peak of those teams with the quarterbacks playing as well as they can, those are the best teams. But I think the NFC is more like middle. Like every team is pretty in it.
Yeah. I would agree. Anything could happen. I could totally see the Packers missing. But I do think, like, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Micah. If he does make it back pre-week 10, they get hot. It is kind of easy to slip into the playoffs at the end. Like you're saying, a lot of teams that could go either way.
Yeah, and... I mean, like, a lot of people like the Cowboys this year. I mean, obviously the Eagles will be in the mix. You got the Lions, you got the Bears, the NFC West, you got the Rams, the Niners, and the Seahawks. So it's just a really crowded NFC, and I feel like the Packers haven't added anything this offseason besides noise.
Yeah. I mean, you were kind of thinking similarly about the Lions, no?
That's what I'm talking about. Well, so my thing I will not be picking the Lions to miss the playoffs. I think... Their schedule is too easy for a roster this good. I think their roster is so good.
I agree.
And Terrion Arnold's probably their third best defensive player. He's still a loss. I care way more about the vibes around the Lions than the actual loss of Terrion Arnold. Though I do think being in a division with like Caleb Williams, probably the best quarterback in that division, he'll probably pick their secondary apart.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he might be the third best defensive player, but he's their best defensive back.
Yeah, he's by far their best defensive back. Yeah. But this is the Terrion Arnold situation, which I love to tell my fiance Grace about all this, and she didn't believe me with this one. She was like, "What? What happened?"
It almost doesn't sound real.
It doesn't sound real. The photo, anyway. So he's charged of 8 felony counts, including armed robbery, kidnapping, and conspiracy. It's in Florida, which is not good because that means the maximum sentence is life in prison.
Yeah.
Basically what happened was in February, there was a massive theft at a rental home he was staying at, and he, I guess, decided he knew who did this. He knew who robbed them. So he, along with 6 co-defendants, orchestrated a trap, luring 3 young men there. The victims were held at gunpoint, beaten, and pistol whipped. It was later discovered that those 3 guys were not the ones who robbed his house, so pretty rough there. And they discovered a group chat where Arnold was issuing real-time instructions and getting live-streamed the assault. And right now, 2 of the co-defendants have already pleaded guilty and are agreeing to testify against Arnold.
Yeah. Not much to say.
And that's the short summary.
He's cooked, yeah. They released him 40 minutes ago, obviously,
He'll never play in the league again.
No.
Yeah, I think he did it. I think his
yeah, it sounds like he did it.
I saw the
Yeah, brutal for the Lions. That's a tough blow, like right before gearing up for training camp.
And my thing about the Lions, it's almost the exact opposite analysis that I did for the Packers. To me, the Lions are a vibes team, and they're always going to win with their offense. So, like, losing one defensive player, like, I think their offense, they're going to want to win.
They're still going to be in every game.
Yeah, they're going to want to win games 45-40. That's how they're going to want to play. That's how they've wanted to play the last 4 years, which makes them really fun to watch. Yeah. But what's let them down every year is their defense or golf imploding at the end of the season. But specifically, they've had a really weak secondary. I mean, Anzalone's not on the team anymore, right?
No, they've lost a few.
Oh, so he's their second best defensive player.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, I don't even remember their draft fully. Who'd they get?
They went, like, trenches.
Yeah, I guess that's good.
Because they're moving Penei Sewell to left
tackle.
I
agree. It kind of brings me to a little fantasy interlude. Bijan now ahead of Gibbs on ESPN fantasy boards.
I mean, if I have 1.1 in any league, I'm taking Bijan because there's something to be said about being the only mouth to feed in a terrible team. Like it's like the Lions. Some weeks you'll get a 45 bomb from Amon-Ra. Some days you'll get 2 because they spread the ball out so well.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I do think that Gibbs is going to be a beast. I think Bijan and Gibbs are in a tier by themselves, running back-wise. I actually think this helps the Lions fantasy-wise, because like I said, they're going to have to outshoot everybody.
But you're not going to get the ball back. You'll have less picks, less turnovers, less... I think it hurts them. Like, I think teams know they're trying to score 45 points, but their defense kind of sucks. Like, long
Slow
drives.
It down,
Don't let the offense on the field. Yeah. That's everyone's game plan. That could get real annoying for Gibbs owners.
They've got a lot of W's on the schedule. I think,
That's true.
I do think their hardest games will be their NFC North games, which, again, I was going to pick the Lions to win this division purely off of the fact I think Lions and Bears are similarly matched, but the schedule tiebreaker, I thought one would be like 11 wins, one would be 12. I thought it'd be like that. But
I think that's fair.
But now I'm full on the Bears winning the division. I think that their hardest competition will be the Lions, and Caleb will be able to pick them apart.
What's the Bears' situation at left tackle currently? Do you know?
I think that they drafted... Oh, no, they didn't. We talked about this.
No, they passed on Lomu.
Yeah, let's see.
They could have.
Bears depth chart.
Because that just, not having their left tackle from last year, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to get way
Trapillo?
Better. Okay. I like the name.
I mean, they got Darnell Wright at right tackle, and he's been really good. He's definitely the right tackle of the future. They have Tooney. They have Jonah Jackson. I think 3 of their 5 O-linemen are
I guess that's... I just want to see that, because we've seen when Caleb Williams was running for his life in the past,
it's not
doesn't
good.
Translate to a lot of wins. Yeah. We'll still might get some amazing Caleb plays, but...
And this year, they're playing even harder defenses, harder pass rushes. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. I mean,
I agree. I do think who's favored right now in Vegas? Probably them, after Arnold getting released.
It wasn't them for a while. Let's see. What's your NFC North prediction, the Bears?
Oof, I don't know. NFC's so hard. I don't know if I got one yet.
I think... I can't decide who I think the NFC West will be. The NFC North, I feel like, is also a shit show. Yeah, okay. NFC North winner. No, it's the Lions.
Still the Lions, okay.
So Lions are +1. We're on FanDuel right now. Lions are +140. Packers are +270. Chicago Bears +320. That's some money to be made.
A lot of money on the table.
A lot of money to be made.
We maybe just helped out our viewers. That's pretty good.
I'm going to go do a Chicago Bears future.
I think you're right.
I
think I maybe would pick the Bears. I mean, we just talked the Packers are favored over them.
It's also, all this talk of schedule to me is only a tiebreaker. If you're
schedule's the most important.
If you're a good team, your schedule doesn't matter. And I think... I mean, where do you put Caleb? This is actually a great question. Where do you put Caleb and Ben Johnson in head coach quarterback duo? Who are the how many are you actually taking before Caleb and Ben Johnson?
Yeah, that's probably true. You can't put like Josh and Joe Brady. Like that's not. Yeah.
After Andy and Patrick, Drake and Mike, and Sean and Matthew.
Yeah, but moving forward, even you can't take the like if I was like starting a franchise with a coach and a quarterback, you can't take the Rams.
Yeah, so just
I agree. I have them at like 3 maybe. Besides this season, at 4, I'll give you Stafford and McVay
4 for this. I'm not taking Burrow's head coach. I'm not taking Lamar's head coach. I'm not taking Josh's head coach. I guess you could argue Goff
Darnold.
And Goff and
Darnold and
See,
what's his name?
I wouldn't take for the next 5 years. I would not take Darnold and Mike McDonald over Caleb and Ben.
McDonald, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't either.
The only one maybe you could argue for this year would be that or Goff and Campbell, but like
that's more because of Campbell, though.
Yeah, that's more because of Campbell. No, I think that. I would take them 4th this year.
I think that's fair. And that's just such an easy bet to make. Like, 80% of the time, that's the difference maker. You know what I mean?
So I'm all in on the Bears win the division. A lot of noise around the Packers and the Lions.
Yeah, big time.
Speaking of people who can't stay out of trouble, this is my Rashee Rice update for you. It's not as exciting as I think you thought it would be. He was able to do his knee rehab while in jail. Thank you, football privilege. A Dallas County judge, obviously it's Texas, approved a special order allowing him to be transported to the local hospital for physical therapy. He was regularly transported. Chiefs people were zooming in, helping him through the rehab. They were in communication throughout the entire time. And according to his physical therapist, he is on track with the timeline they had set. So, must have been some good jail rehab. And Andy Reid says that he will be ready for training camp. And he also spoke of life lessons and taking more accountability and needing to adjust our behavior moving forward, which I think is really important, especially because Andy Reid tries to be happy, fun guy. So when he says something like that, you know he means it. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's good news for the Chiefs. I think there's a world where, like, they can put them behind them and like move forward, and Rashee can be great, and if they win games, people will forget about it, and he could get another big contract. Like that is still on the table. I do just think like if you do lose one of those first 2 games badly, or like there's a few like really quick, it can start to be like, man, we didn't get a head start. Like, it just, I think you can start to put some blame there and it can go sour, but
I'm with you.
I agree.
If we lose the game badly. I do think Broncos-Chiefs is historically always close, even when one of the teams has sucked. I expect that to be a 3 or 4 point game, and even if one of the teams crashes out at the end of the year, all those division matchups will be close. So there's no point deciding anything off a division matchup, but we have the Colts week 2. I don't think the Colts are a good team. So I think that game will be very telling. We have the Dolphins week 3. I want that to be a stomping. Like, I want us to, like, embarrass them. So I think that it'll be hard to judge the Chiefs, honestly, until the Chargers game.
I was thinking that, too, but that's honestly...
That's week 6.
If you lose week 1, you basically can't gain anything from winning your games until week 6. So it's like, if you lose that first game badly... Everyone's kind of like, uh-oh, and then you're going to start to go what the Patriots got. Like, well, let's wait and see until you beat a good team. Which that can be a long wait to, like... Mahomes is going to be ready to go fucking prove the world, but he has 0 opportunities besides that, like, very first game.
What is crazy is within our first 10 weeks, I think we have 4 division games. It might even be less than that. It might even be 8.
That's insane.
So, because of that, the Broncos week 1 game is more important than a typical week 1 game would be.
Yeah.
I do think, I told our friend Dylan is a big Broncos fan. I told him, I was like, I don't know who wins, but the score is going to be 17-20. Like, I think it's going to be a defensive battle.
Yeah, most likely. Week 1.
Well, I think the Chiefs want their defense to lead at the beginning of the season. I think the Broncos always want their defense to lead. So I think that it'll be choppy, classic, like, division battle game.
Yeah.
High point, though, in Rashee Rice's absence, Cyrus Allen stands out at OTAs, a guy that you said was a good draft pick for us.
Yeah, I thought he fell way too far. I liked it when you guys got him, but yeah, we'll see. That's always, I feel like training camp is so hard. I remember Jamar Chase's first year. He like dropped 3 passes and everyone was like, he's going to suck. But that's exciting. Like you needed
And I think he could be a volume guy.
Maybe that's why you're not signing Diggs. I thought that was going to be a done deal, but I don't know.
If Rashee is actually on the straight and narrow, I think Rashee Rice the next 3 years is better than Stephon Diggs the next 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe even this year.
But 3 years, that means you're going to sign him long term. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to give him a contract still.
I think the only way we give him a contract is if it's like, it's not going to be, I don't even think it's going to be Alec Pierce money. I think it's going to be very friendly for a wide receiver. It might be 2 years to start. And if I think there might be some morality clauses in there that could lead to an extension. That is the big money, right? So almost like giving him another prove-it year. Like, this is a prove-it year. You act well. I could see us doing something like that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I want two more things. Brandon Ayuk, still under contract with San Francisco, wants to go to the Commanders. Where does Ayuk play this year?
Oh, it's so goofy. All his social media posts and like.
Did you see George Kittle roasting him on?
Oh yeah,
on Barstool. That was great.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. He almost doesn't seem that worth it. It's like, is he still good? Is he?
My take is Brandon Ayuk doesn't play football this year.
Yeah, I don't think that's insane. I'd believe it.
I think the 49ers feel personally like...
They have a vendetta.
Yeah, I think that they're going to hold him, which means that as long as he skips games, he makes no money, and he can't go play anywhere else.
Yeah. It ain't good.
Whatever.
I mean, would the Commanders even want him? Is that actually...
Yeah, him and Jaden are close. They played like a year or two together at Arizona.
Just seems like not a guy you'd want to pay a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already fading the Commanders, and I want them to be good so bad because I like Jaden, but I just don't. Yeah. I don't see the vision. Like, you might not always agree with everything the Chiefs do, but I see the vision, right? I didn't see the vision in the Commanders draft.
Yeah, totally.
And I feel like Jaden needs protection, and he needs a weapon.
You get your quarterback. You got to go trenches all the time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the Chiefs took offensive line like 3 of the past 4 years, right?
Yeah, it's like once you have your quarterback, just constantly add depth.
And you're going to win games. Yeah, exactly.
And like, right now there's actually a big disagreement in Chiefs Kingdom because there's like a huge right tackle battle going on. And it sounds like the guy who we basically paid to come be the left tackle before we drafted Simmons is actually losing the battle. And a lot of people are like, oh, but we paid him. And it's like, well, now we actually have a really decent 6 lineman who can go in. Like, I'm never going to complain.
Totally. That's how I felt about our draft. Where it's like, oh, man, we could have drafted Edge earlier or something. But it's like, man, he fell and
he's good and he's versatile.
Now we have depth. Yeah, exactly.
And like that's how I feel about our guy, the right tackle. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he played a little last year. And maybe he plays this year, and one of these guys we're developing actually takes the spot over next year. But I'm just saying, now we have depth, so I don't know what everyone's complaining about. We want depth at the O-line.
Totally, I'm with you.
Last story, which I'm sure you're excited to talk about. A lot of reports coming out of Rams that the QB2 position is actually a battle between my guy, Stetson Bennett, and nobody on this show's guy, Ty Simpson.
Yeah, they look pretty silly. Like,
embarrassing for Ty Simpson. Stetson Bennett's been sitting on the bench since he won the national championship.
Yeah, literally. And, I mean, that was just such an early pick. Like, this would be embarrassing if he was the 25th overall in the first round.
This would be embarrassing if he was a second-round pick. Stetson was, like, basically undrafted. He was, like, 6th or 7th round.
Yeah. I mean, bad luck for the Rams. Even if you still did the Myles Garrett trade. I mean, I was like, you should have just kept your future and drafted Bane. And then your line is pretty insane. And
I'm having the train of thought, though, that if you knew you were giving up all these picks and people are trying to get up... Collect picks, trade back, so you're not no draft capital.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, someone else reaches on him, or you get him in the 20s, or you just get a great player. Still go get Myles Garrett. Figure out quarterback later. You still extended Stafford.
Yeah, just do what everybody else does and suck after your Hall of Fame quarterback leaves.
Literally,
like that's what everyone does. If you have a quarterback that good, your franchise will implode after. It'll suck for 2 years. Yeah. Build it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Les Snead is like a very capable GM. He could have just let the thing blow up and then...
Now you got a lot of pressure on Stafford to stay on the field, too, because I don't think they want to get embarrassed during the regular season and have to start Ty and their quarterback.
What if they have to start Stetson Bennett?
And they just went all in on Myles Garrett. Literally, and then they're like, all right, this is why we drafted him. And then he's just like,
Here's my thing about Stetson, because you could say the LSU 2019 team was the best team we've seen in college football. That was the best offense we've seen in college football. The 2021-2022 Georgia teams were basically unstoppable. 80% of that defense is now playing in the league. You had the best tight end college football has ever seen. Not even close. His college numbers are blow everyone's out of the water. And you have Ladd McConkey, who's what? He was like a top 10 slot receiver in college, and he seems to be on that path. Like, Stetson didn't do a lot, and I love Stetson, but he was on the most loaded team ever. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you see it all the time. Mac Jones. Very Mac Jones-y.
Yes, very Mac Jones-esque. And Stetson's also old. He's almost 30, because he was in college for like 8 years.
I mean, that to give Ty the benefit of the doubt, like, that does make sense to me. Oh, a guy who's played so much more football than you is currently better than you.
Oh, yeah, he has, like quadruple the college starts
I do think, as if Ty can get at least 8 weeks of watching Stafford and maybe being the two and, like, getting those reps, all of a sudden something can start to click. It can start to slow down a little. Like, he might be fine. Everyone overreacts to training camp. He's learning.
Yeah. I trust Sean McVay. If Sean McVay thinks he's great, I trust him. Yep. But Sean McVay didn't seem too happy, so I don't know.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Any other topics or teams on your mind? Now I got your mind turning about the NFC playoff.
I know, yeah, I don't know.
This is
I'm so excited. Honestly, we're like 4 weeks away from...
Preseason.
It's like August 4th is the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah.
I'm up on us.
I'm going to Bears training camp this year.
Oh, nice. I would love to go to a Pats training camp. I was literally just thinking about that. I was like, I should look at the schedule. Nah, we're getting there. And then you start to get real football stories once training camp begins, at least, too. Like, then we can get some real, like, oh, boy.
I'm reserving my Rasheed judgment till training camp. That's going to be my...
Yeah, I mean, I assume Rasheed, if he's not getting suspended or anything, like, he's going to play and be good. The Rasheed stuff is more just, like...
Can he stay good?
And, yeah, can he lead a locker room and, like, I don't know.
But my pushback on the leading the locker room is I don't know... I think most wide receivers are not the main leaders of the team. I think it's a very specific type of wide receiver.
Yeah. But I do think it helps. Like, to have a Diggs, who honestly contributed off the field...
The one person
with, like,
I'm
energy
thinking of...
and, like, yeah.
I'm really thinking of Amon-Ra. To me, he's, like, the total package. And we passed on him. We drafted Kadarius Toney instead of Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. That's... yeah, you'd still be a dynasty with St. Brown.
Oh, God. And he wanted us to draft him. He, like, said in so many interviews.
Oh, obviously. Play with Holmesy.
No, Rasheed will be good if he can stay good. My questions about Rasheed have much more to do with his character than his football play.
Same.
No, it's getting around there. Okay, let's move on to a little cool-down game. Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, I want you to now ignore everything I previously said about Rasheed.
Okay.
I got 3 trades for you. This is me playing GM. If I'm in that GM seat, the call that I'm making, the, like, balls to the wall, everything you got trade. Now, I will say, one of them isn't really a blockbuster trade, so we're going to start with that one.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's me. I'm Brett Veach. And here I am, calling the Jags to say, I was reading that report about how you said you'd move Brian Thomas Jr. for a mid-round pick. A mid-round pick. Well, guess what? In 2027, we have 2 third-round picks. I'll give you one right now. Us or the Rams, whichever one you want, straight up for Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay, am I doing who I think would win each trade?
No,
or
do you
would
think
I do that if you're Brett Veach?
Do you say yes to Brett Veach if you're the Jags, first of all?
I guess no. I think the Chiefs would win that trade. But if they're saying they would do that, like, they must see something we're not seeing with Brian Thomas Jr., I think. That would be great news for the Chiefs, I think. That would break and it'd be like, wow,
so you think the Chiefs win that hands down?
Yes.
What if I throw in a 6th round pick for you, a 3rd and a 6th?
I never get the 5th, 6th, 7th round picks. I don't care.
Well, how about this? A 3rd round pick. I wasn't even going to say this. A 3rd round pick conditionally can turn into a 2nd if we're in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, now you're talking. That would be good.
I think that...
Better for the Jags. A 2nd round pick if you don't think Brian Thomas is that good.
I mean, when I saw the report they'd move him for a mid-round pick, I was shocked.
I don't get why they're going to move him at all. They're like a kind of right there. You know what I mean? They were right there with the Bills. This year.
I thought that was the best playoff game of the AFC. It was insane to watch. Trevor Lawrence paced with Josh Allen. No.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But if you look at his numbers with Mac Jones, he was a top 5 fantasy receiver the weeks Mac Jones started. And I think my hot take is Patrick Mahomes is better than Mac Jones.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I think Steph Diggs has a better year than Brian Thomas Jr. That's why I'm just like, just go get Steph Diggs for free.
But I think Brian Thomas Jr. has like such untapped potential. And also we need... He doesn't have any character concerns. My thing with Rasheed is I think Rasheed is probably a better wide receiver than Brian Thomas Jr. And probably in 5 years can be a better wide receiver than Brian Thomas Jr. But I think in 5 years it'll be closer than it is right now, and Brian Thomas Jr. doesn't have the character concerns.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I think Brian Thomas Jr. would be great for you guys. And, I mean, you could have him and Rasheed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but... I mean, I would like it. I think you guys should make a move, and that would put pressure on Rasheed to actually, like, behave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be great for you guys, but I don't know if that happens. Unless they're really, like,
I mean, do you think...
Sure.
When I was doing the trade calculator today, I was like, I'm going to have to do more for Brian Thomas Jr., like, to the point where I would be comfortable with it. But when I saw that they're looking for a mid-round pick, I do think being in the AFC means that the 3rd round would have to be a conditional 2nd. Because we're in the same conference, which is I mean, if he ends up being a franchise wide receiver, a 2nd round pick, no sweat.
Yeah.
But
my thing is just... Yeah. It's sexy. It's kind of like candy, but I don't know if you don't just trade a great receiver for nothing. Like,
you don't think he's good?
I don't know. I think they know something we don't, or like we're not at training camp every day. Like maybe he's really.
I think him and Trevor don't click.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and if that's the case, then it's just like a situation and a fit thing. That'd be fire.
I think he'd be great with Andy Reid and Bieniemy and Mahomes.
Oh yeah, I do too. I think he'd succeed, But
so if you're the Jags, you hang up on my 3rd round pick?
Yeah, I don't think I'd do it, but I bet we could figure something out. I bet you're not actually that far off.
I think a 3rd round to be a 2nd with like a 6th round swap is what it would be.
I feel like if that was the trade, why isn't it done? I feel like Chiefs would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Maybe the Jags are saying they want to mid round, but they don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into a real blockbuster here. It's me, Brandon Beane, the worst GM in football, but I somehow landed Josh Allen, so everyone thinks I'm smart.
Yeah.
I'm calling up the Raiders because I don't think you actually think Max Crosby should be on this team this year. I think you just got embarrassed by the Ravens, and by the way, I hate the Ravens too. So let's make a deal. Straight up, 2027 first, 2028 first for Max Crosby. Wait. You're getting another call, Raiders front office. The Bears have called. Ryan Poles. Ben Johnson has revived his career. They heard about the Bills offer, and they want to give you their 2027 first, a 2nd in 2028, and Austin Booker, who's an up-and-coming edge. So, 1 first and a 2nd, and a player from an out-of-conference game, or 2 firsts from the Bills in conference.
I like it. I agree with you. I think the Raiders don't want Crosby. I think it's the 2 picks and something else for the Bills. I think no matter what, it's 2 first-round picks. Is that all the Ravens deal was? I don't think they want an up-and-coming.
So you think they say, sorry, Bears, we don't care about Austin Booker?
Yeah, kind of.
Just take the Bills 2 first.
It sounds bad. 2 first and maybe something else.
Yeah.
Honestly. Maybe a 3rd even. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they do it now. Maybe, but that's all they were getting from the Ravens.
I think...
But giving him to Josh Allen is a little scary. Like, you're right. They might not like that.
And the Bills and the Raiders play this year, which is why I threw in the Bears pick.
Yeah. I just don't think he's Myles Garrett right now. Well, so I get it's a little less, but...
He went for 2 firsts initially, but some people think the price tag might have come down, which is why the Bears offered a first, a second, and a player.
Yeah. I mean, I think their stance is like, if the price tags come down, we're keeping them.
Yeah.
Probably. So I think they would need 2 firsts, probably.
But they probably don't want to deal with Buffalo.
Yeah, probably. But, I mean, is it going to matter for them over the next 2 years if Buffalo is good? Like, Crosby doesn't have that much left in the tank, probably.
That's true. 2 firsts is a lot for Crosby.
Yeah.
These are the teams that I think...
I agree.
Are, like, win now. The Chiefs, but they would never trade to the Chiefs. The Chargers, but they would never trade to the Chargers, so, like, toss them out. Mm-hmm. The Rams, but they just made that trade, so toss them out. The Seahawks are the 49ers. The Bears... the Lions, but I don't think the Lions have any capital to give up. The Patriots, but I think Patriots, Bills, Ravens.
I would maybe do it as a Pats fan. I don't know. I do think 2027, 2028. Oh, we already don't own our 2020.
You don't own your 2028.
Yeah, so I don't think we could.
You can't because you can't trade more than 3 years of first advance to take the Pats out. So does that leave Bills, Ravens, but they already turned it down. So Bills, Bears, 49ers, like maybe
again it's getting a little late. Like, yeah, I think if that deal was an option, it would be done. Maybe
if I'm Buffalo, I give up 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby.
I think you're right. I don't think they would, but I kind of agree. Go get a ring with Allen before it's too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you got May breathing down your neck. The Chiefs are reshaping. The Bengals look like
you got a rookie head offensive-minded coach. Like, go do something amazing for your defense. I'm with you.
I mean, what has the Bills' problems been in playoff games? When Josh Allen doesn't have 5 turnovers.
Yeah, I guess that's true. A little hero ball can be a problem sometimes.
But every Chiefs game has just been...
can't get stops. Yeah.
Yeah, no, every Chiefs game has just been, we scored 3 points more. Like when they lost to the Bengals
even the Broncos, like...
Yeah.
Come on, you know what I mean?
Oh, you can't stop Bo Nix? That's embarrassing for you.
Yeah, they put up over 30 on you?
Yeah, no, they need a closer, and Max Crosby's a closer, and the way Josh plays, I think Mahomes is experiencing this earlier because of the injury. I think we've already seen Lamar start to take its toll. When these running quarterbacks hit 30, you have to play a little different. That doesn't mean you're going to be bad. I expect Mahomes and Josh to be able to sling it until they're at least 35, if not longer. Yeah. But Josh relies on his legs more than anyone, right? So he can't play like this much longer. Go get someone now.
I agree. I think the situation is the price did drop because there is a knee issue. And the Raiders we're not going to sell him at his dead low value. So let's at least get him back on the field. Like, maybe a mid-season trade even. If Crosby's, healthy, getting sacks. And it's maybe the knee was bullshit. But I do think, he's at the bottom of his market right now. Why sell?
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll move, actually. I think he will be with Raider at the start of the season.
I think that's fair. I think if you're the Bills or the Bears, those are my 2 number 1 teams that it's go do this right now.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Okay, last trade. I've floated it a lot of times. Oh, it's me. I don't have a GM, but I'm the Vikings. I think we just hired one.
Oh boy, I'm excited for this.
I'm calling up the Bengals because this is a year from now. Oh, flash forward, 2027 summer. The Bengals finish 5-12 after another season of Burrow putting up insane numbers, but nothing can happen around him, and he's complaining about your ownership. All the stuff he said a few months ago where he was hinting at maybe he'd want to be moved, he's tripling down on it. He's saying, I do not like it here. I don't like the ownership. It's a hostile environment. So this trade is under the condition of this next summer, right?
Yeah. Absolutely it is.
Absolutely. Joe Burrow's, he's doubling down on what he said before. He's not just hinting anymore. He's straight up saying it. And guess what? He likes to play with Jamar. We have a better version of Jamar, who he went to college with, and Justin Jefferson. And he's way less of a diva than Jamar. So, Bengals, we're going to give you our 2027 first, which is in a week, because this is next year. Our 2028 first. Our 2029 first. We will throw in Dallas Turner, our second best linebacker, who led the league in linebacker sacks last year. And you know what? We'll even throw in JJ McCarthy for you. So there you go.
I honestly don't. That's I don't hate it. I think if that situation happens, it can be tough if you have a player who really wants to leave to, like, recoup 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
So I do think because you lose some leverage if Joe Burrow is like, I might retire. I fucking don't want to play here.
Yeah.
So if you were like, okay, that's all right, we'll get 3 firsts and a star.
And JJ McCarthy.
It happens. Maybe it happens. I don't think Joe Burrow is tradable. I think I say, okay, retire. I don't know. Like, I would be so pissed if I was the Bengals.
Well,
but they have, if they're bad again, I could see it. Like, I just think even Joe Burrow in the interview was like, this is the best team I've ever had in the NFL.
Oh no, I'm picking them to win the
I think
AFC
they're going to be
North.
really good. Yeah, I don't think what you described. I think that's very unlikely. But I mean, we've said that the last 3 seasons, so...
Well, there's
a chance.
You make fun of me every time I bring up a Joe Burrow trade, but my Joe Burrow trade hypotheticals have never been anything earlier than 2027. I think if Joe Burrow's going to get traded, it's 2027 or 2028. I think it's after another disastrous season where the ownership's not supporting you. He's already hinted at it. He hinted at it a few months ago that he wasn't happy and that he could see himself playing elsewhere. He was soft.
I know. I was thinking that, but now he's talking so the opposite. Like, in terms of stories just evaporating, like, I kind of forgot that was a story when I, like...
This would be a disaster.
He seems so all in right now, and they seem like they're going to be good. Honestly, maybe a more realistic scenario in which he could get traded is if, like... Knock on wood, you hate to say it out loud, but another pretty significant Burrow injury. He misses times. Then almost the fans are like, 4 years in a row, 0 playoffs, our quarterback's always hurt. Like, then maybe it's almost like, let's fucking move off him. We're cursed with them.
See,
and
I feel like
we still try to get more, but I
feel like they would never do that because the Bengals don't actually care about winning. They care about jersey sales. They care about what their ownership wants, right? He's bringing in so much money just by existing there.
But then if you are moving him, you have 2 2027 first-round picks and, like, a loaded quarterback. And, I mean, the Vikings, that could be a top 10 pick pretty easy, I think.
I expect the Vikings to be bad this year.
Top 15 pick, probably. So, like, you could get a top 3 to 5 quarterback in the draft, probably, and...
This is a board bet we won't be able to see for 10 more years, but I don't think Joe Burrow finishes his career as a Bengal. I don't know how it happens, but I don't think he finishes his career as a Bengal.
I think that's super fair. But I do think, like, it's so different when an older quarterback gets moved than, like, one of the best in the league in his prime. Like, you just don't do that. The Bengals get significantly worse and,
he's
completely
one of, like,
irrelevant and, like...
He's one of probably, like, 10 untradeable players in the league.
And his aura, like, he is a superstar, and he's in Cincinnati, and, like, makes them fun to watch, and fantasy relevant. And
this is just, like, if we see ourselves where we were for the last 3 years, I think that he's so all in, and I'm not picking them to suck this year. But I'm saying if they do suck because of how all in he is, because the ownership finally did the best they could, and they still wouldn't do well, I think that would lead to him demanding out. Sorry.
That's true. That's true. I agree. With that caveat.
Yeah.
Of a dumpster fire this year, I guess.
I
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, though.
Those are my 3 blockbuster trades I thought of.
I like those. I do think we are getting a little late, but I do think there'll be something more. I mean, some teams still got needs, and you don't always know those needs until, like, the public starts to see it, and you start to feel the pressure in training camp and videos.
I think Diggs gets signed somewhere in training camp.
I can't believe he hasn't yet, to be honest.
It seems like he's asking for more than the market puts him at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why anyone's not signed.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why we...
Yeah.
Year 2, he was going to make so much more money from us than...
I got another surprise for you I just did while we were talking about the loaded NFC.
Okay.
Okay, so this is not our predictions week yet.
Okay.
This is my way too early playoff picture.
Okay.
So we'll do our real one in like a month and a half. Where it's like official.
I got a feeling I'm going to have some qualms.
Okay. This is also in no particular order. This isn't like with seeding.
Okay. Okay, I like this. Just they made the playoffs.
This is just my 7 who made the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay. And in the AFC, I just went with all the quarterbacks I like. I got Chiefs, I got Chargers, I got Patriots, I got Bills, I got Bengals, got Ravens, and instead of going with the Jags, I decided to throw the Titans in there at 7.
What? Okay.
I decided to become the
That's such a funny list. That's like the 6 favorites, and then the fucking...
I decided to become the Cam Ward guy.
Okay.
I decided I'm staking my claim now in
Glad
June.
it's you. Glad it's you and not me.
I don't know. I was looking at it. That division's such a shit show.
Okay.
I could see them winning that
That's
division
fair.
with 10 games. 9 games.
Win the division? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Everyone's picking the Saints. So I was like, I'll pick the Titans.
That's yeah. Sometimes do the opposite.
Yeah. But I feel like do you like most of that list?
Yeah, you left out of like the Broncos, the 1 seed in the AFC last year. I got a feeling they're gonna be back. So
I left out the Broncos and the Texans.
Texans, I could see. Texans vibes ended so.
I just picked the 6 quarterbacks I think are the best quarterbacks in the league, and Cam Ward.
Yeah. Disrespect to Bo. Very disrespectful.
I don't think Bo is better than any of those quarterbacks I named besides Cam Ward.
Yeah, it's the 1 seed though.
And I think Cam Ward has a higher ceiling than Bo Nix.
Bo Nix got the best defense out of all those quarterbacks.
That's true, but I'm predicting the AFC is going to go back to an offensive conference this next year. We're going to see a lot of quarterback shootouts. Okay. We've got a lot of great matchups. I mean, Mahomes has the Herbert, Allen, May, Stafford tricks. I think all those games are going to be offensive. You guys play great quarterbacks. I just think it's going to become a quarterback conference again.
Yeah, I agree with that. But we've seen, even when it's that, Burrow missed the playoffs and Lamar missed the playoffs, and I don't know.
Yeah. This is my NFC one.
Okay.
Bears,
this one's a little trickier.
Bears, Lions, Rams, Seahawks, Cowboys, and then I have 2 spots left for 3 teams. Bucks, Saints, Eagles. I want to pick 2 of those 3.
I'd put the Eagles in.
I think if there's a year for the Eagles to miss the playoffs, it's this year.
I think just things go so wrong if the Eagles miss the playoffs. I don't think they will. I think it's too good of an organization.
No, I agree. They have a really high floor.
Yeah. I would put them in. Yeah, I mean, everyone is picking the Saints, but I don't know. Is Shuck the guy?
I was fully on the Saints train until I saw that Baker's on a prove-it year. I feel like he plays well on a prove-it year.
I don't know what to do with the Bucks. Bucks so underachieved, and then I feel like they got worse. I do think, I mean, they lost Mike Evans.
Their defense is getting old.
Baker, kind of declined at the end of last year.
Off this list is the 49ers, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Giants. I mean, everyone keeps talking about the Giants.
Yeah, I think 49ers are going to... I mean, they got Mike Evans.
I know, but they're so old. And they just got one more injured player.
Yeah, but they're going to get some of those guys who were hurt last year, are going to be back. I don't know. I think the Niners are always a tough team to beat. They were the 1 seed a couple years ago.
I know, but Niners are kind of every other year. The year after we beat them in the Super Bowl, they sucked that year.
That's true.
I
didn't consider them a juggernaut last year, though. Really.
Yeah, they just were a high floor team.
Yeah, I mean, McCaffrey had a great year. I think they could be really good without McCaffrey.
I think you're gonna really struggle to pick your NFC teams. It feels like you like everyone.
Yeah, no, I think I would choose the Bucks to miss. I don't think the prove-it year will be enough for them.
Even if he plays great.
Saints, I think maybe. Saints are teetering. I gotta see it first, though. I think they're the.
You're gonna pick the Panthers.
Yeah, that's true. You left out the Panthers.
Fuck the Panthers, bro.
Panthers will need to win 9 games to make it.
No, that's the thing. The NFC South winner will be 9 games. That division is
going to be... Yeah, again, yeah. God, NFC is so hard. I don't know. I mean, and the Packers, we'll see. No, I trust Matt LaFleur. I feel similar to Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay. I just trust that offense to be humming, kind of no matter what.
I think there's not going to be enough wins to go around in the NFC North.
Absolutely. That's true.
And that's sort of how I feel about the NFC West, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Oh, yeah, you put the Cowboys in, too.
I'm all in on the Cowboys.
God, Cowboys, I don't know. I think maybe. I think they'll be good, but the Cowboys just... Dak ain't getting any younger.
They revived that defense. I mean, I think they could be like a 2 seed.
They have on paper, but we haven't really seen it.
I see the Cowboys as like a 2 seed that loses in the wild card round.
Wow. I mean, that's what they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that was Jaden's biggest win, right?
Jordan Love.
Oh, that was Jordan Love's. Yeah.
He's been living off of that.
Yeah, he has been. Yeah.
He's been living rent free off of that.
That was Mike McCarthy was coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, so we'll do our full predictions week in August. That's a little teaser for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take my time with those. Oof.
And then on our predictions week, we'll do it. We'll do it all. We'll do the awards. We'll do division winners. All of that.
Love it.
I already got my comeback player of the year written in stone. So
no.
If Mike is not playing until December, I think it's already won.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, thanks for listening today. Like, rate, subscribe, and let us know what you're feeling this offseason. We'll talk about anything.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we might maybe get some World Cup in there.
Oh, yeah. Cole's a big soccer guy, so...
Got it on in the background here.
Oh, nice.
Up in my little...
multi-screens.
MLS jersey.
Let's go.
USA.
USA.
We're going to the chip. We're going to the chip, baby.
I think we could go to Final Four, but...
why stop there?
Anyway, peace out. Have a good one.
Later.